everyone. So I wanted to come on live because I promoted my journal going live today, but I realized that I have never talked about the name and why I chose the name Transformational Soul Food. So when I started on my journey to being a better me, right? Because that's what we all do, I went through some different transformations because I had to, as I talk about on my Wednesday lives, I had to release my expectations, right? But then releasing my expectations, where does the rest of that go? How do I show up being a better me, doing better things, right? So I set out to, once I started coaching, I set out to create things. And I was like, what do I do? How do I teach people that don't know better? Right? Because you can come out here and put all this stuff out for people and they have no clue how to even find things, where to go, how to do it, whatever. So I created the Transformational Soul Food mini guide. In the mini guide, we talk about the mind, the body, and the soul. Now, for those that don't know, the mind, body, and soul work together, right? If one is out of balance, everything is out of balance. Everything you do, every place you go and you show up, if you're not in balance with your mind, your body, and your soul, you will be off. And if you feel like you've been off, it's a reason. And it takes you wanting to know how to do better and be better for you to realize where you can shift that energy and areas is lacking, right? So we start off with our mind, and it's a little free guide I have. I'm going to put the link in the bottom of this video so you can check it out, right? So we got the mind, body, and the soul. If you can see that, without the glare, right? And then we talk about the mind, how it's time to change your thoughts. And then I talk about journal entries, affirmations, my intentions, and I give some sample affirmations that you can start to create how you want your day to turn out, because everything we do is about our thoughts. Everything we do, once we change our thoughts, you'll be amazed on how many things will start to flow to you. So when you talk about the body, now, if you've watched me at least one time, I'm all about water, right? How much water are you intaking? Are you getting enough water? Or are you just flying by seat of your pants kind of person? Whatever I get, right? Or sometimes people say because they drink a tea or they drink coffee, you got water in there, right? No. So it has a body weight intake out by ounces, half your body weight ounces, how much water. Then we talk about the 20-minute meal. So for me, a lot of people don't know, and we talked about this earlier, if anybody caught the Coach's Corner, about how fast you eat your meal it affects you differently. Yeah, when you were younger, if you wolf down some food, you'll be good. But nowadays, you got cramps, you got indigestion, you got bloating, you got all these things that you never know come from maybe just slowing down, taking that time to eat slower, taking that time to put your fork down, have a conversation. If you're eating dinner by yourself, I guess you could just breathe, right? Or read something. Entertain yourself in some way that you're not distracted too much from eating, but you're timing yourself for 20 minutes to see how long it takes you. And when we first started this 20-minute meal, we were looking at each other like, okay, we need to slow down because food's done. We've only been sitting here for like 2-3 minutes and we halfway done, right? So we talk about step 1 is checking the clock before you start, 2, the next meal, increasing. It's just some guides on here. And then we go into, I have an example journal that you can check out. And in the back, it tells you how to fill it out. And then you got a blank space where you can try it out for yourself. You don't have to use it, but it's an idea of what goes into tracking your meal. And then it's how to use a 20-minute meal in your daily life. It's simple things like no one will know you're even doing it, right? Like you could eat for 20 minutes. You could sit there, have a conversation. You could be at dinner with somebody. You could eat, have a conversation, take a breath. Nobody will ever know what you're doing because in reality, nobody is going to be like, it's taking you really long to eat your food. I've eaten with people that took really long and now I realize like, oh, maybe I was the one doing it wrong, rushing them. Then it goes to the soul. That's my favorite part, right? Because you have no idea how taking time for yourself enriches you as a whole. You have no idea. So we talk about how I know some people will not be into it, and that's cool. It's fine. I'm not your girl. But crystals. I talk about 10 crystals for everyday use. And the crystals for me bring so much power. And people, some people are against crystals because they're like, it's not from this. But God created everything on earth, right? From heaven to earth. He created it all. So when you knock or turn your head at crystals, believe this when I tell you, God created it. Now, people want to say that crystals don't do this, don't do that. But if you ever stopped and look at some of the jewelry you're attracted to, is there a crystal or two on there? Ask yourself that. So when you want to knock, when people say, crystals give them power, crystals bring off energy, it's true. Crystals do. I got crystals all around this house. I mean, in every single room, I got crystals because the power that comes from those crystals will take you to the next level. But we talk about clear quartz, rose quartz, amethyst, citrine, amber. I mean, anything that you're struggling in life, there is a crystal for. The clear quartz is a crystal that creates all possibilities. Now, let me ask you this. Who wouldn't want something that can raise their vibration and create amazing things for them? Who don't want that? I do. But anyway, so this is the Transformational Soul Food Guide. For me, I came up with the name because it feeds your soul. And if you're not focused on your mind, your body, and your soul, you're failing yourself. If you're just going by the day and not creating your intentions, what are we really here for, right? If we're struggling in areas, your thoughts create everything. If you're struggling in areas and there is a way to fix it, wouldn't you want to do it? Wouldn't you want to check it out? I mean, at this point, when do we stop saying it's hard, right? So this is where the journal comes in. Now, this is the one that I print. The one that I put on Amazon is the hardcover book. So if anybody wants the one with the wirings, just let me know. The journal itself is so amazing because in the journal we have you can reclaim your past, recreate the life you want. I am also going to offer a 30-day course that we have 4 weeks of calls, right? So you have a call in the beginning of each week. I think it'll be a Sunday, where we go through this together and you live it, you create it, and you have me with you. I'm still trying to work on creating how that's going to go down. But if anybody's interested, I'm going to set a poll up and see if anybody's interested in taking the course. But once I create it, it's going to be amazing. So anyway, we reveal what dreams you have. And a lot of people are not really into revealing their dreams, right? We don't dream anymore. We don't act as when we were children, when you started playing pretend. You just live your life being a grown adult and not caring about, being just happy. And then we got rate your circle. So how is your life? Is it balanced? Is it imbalanced? Everything. We talk about the mind, the spirit, the heart, the home, your purpose. Are you living out your life's purpose? Because that right there, to me, you can write a full book on your purpose and nobody can stop you from creating what you want. Then we go into breaking down your goals, right? So it's a main goal, and then you break down your goals into 6 different mini goals where you achieve that. In each way, you get to your main goal by attacking your 6 goals, your mini goals. So when you go into it, your days, you wake up, you meditate. And if you haven't meditated before, it's an amazing time to start now. And I created this because in the beginning, it's like I knew things, but I didn't really do it intentionally. But once you set your day off with the intention of it being amazing, do you know how much power? Like I continue to say that the power in creating your attention, creating your day. And then it's in here, it talks about your morning thoughts and feelings, your intuition. How do you want to feel today? What do you want to accomplish today? And if it's one thing, just one thing. And then when you come home at night before you go to bed, you come back and you say how you felt. Did you feel that way? How did you turn out feeling that day? What did you accomplish? What did you accomplish, right? So we set out to accomplish one thing. Did we accomplish that thing? But then we talk about the water, tracking your water. I'm all about it. We do this. It has 90 days, but the course that I'm creating is only for 30 days. You set it, and then my next thing I'm creating is a planner. It's going to be broken down into quarters. So it's going to be with your first quarter, second quarter, third, and fourth. So each quarter is going to be broken down. What is it? Go, go, go. Close my door. Brianna. Sorry, it's going to be broken down to quarter. So your first, second, and third quarter. This way you can achieve your goals in small chunks. Because we set out, we create a vision board. Me and the other ladies in the Coaches Corner, we're talking about creating vision boards, your manifested board, however you see it. We're going to achieve these things in the months, right? So the first 3 months, we're going to create a goal and work through it, and you figure it out. The second quarter, if you haven't achieved that goal yet, or you still haven't, the little pieces are still being put together, you can continue that goal. So in reality, you're taking it in a small baby steps, and you're not trying to climb that mountain before you can't go to the top without crawling up, right? So you have to take it in steps, take it in strides. You have to practice. So in the end result, I am about creating the life that you want, creating the things that you want. And I have some amazing courses coming out that will help it took me to the next level. So I know that it will help take you to the next level. You just have to be willing to see the things that you want and actually be able to write them out. Like if I asked you, what do you want? Or where do you see yourself in a year? Could you tell me? Or is it, I don't know. Are you clear on what you want and where you want to go? That's the real thing. Like being clear on the things you want to create, the things that you need in your life, and being clear on the boundaries you want to set. Like you can sit here and I know y'all, I don't know if you watch when I have the conversation with my husband, you have to be able to tell somebody how to show up for you, right? Because in reality, we could be miserable in our life and then we're blaming everybody else because of our miserableness. Is that a thing? I don't know. But we blame other people because we're miserable. But in the end, ask yourself, did you speak up for you? Did you say, this is what I want and this is what I accept and that is it? But some of us aren't there yet. So we got to take that first step and make that take that chance and create what you want. I'm going to put the link in the bio or the link in the comments for the free journal for the download. Check it out and let me know what you think. You guys have an amazing, amazing night.